Last week we read about the Mount Sinai experience and the giving of the Ten Commandments. This week in the Parasha of Mishpatim, we focus on the more civil law, the laws between man and one's friend, the laws of society. And it seems to be somewhat of an anticlimax. After reading about the godly revelations that the Jewish people experienced at the foot of Mount Sinai, we now start to focus on the more mundane and material laws that affect man to man, that affect society. Surely Torah could have found a better follow-on to the Mount Sinai experience that would have focused on the more spiritual, the more divine, the more fundamental principles of Judaism. But we know that nothing is a coincidence, and it was designed specifically in this way. Because Mishpatim, the laws of the civil law, is something we all understand, we all follow, we all comprehend. It's logical, it makes sense, it's part of society. On the other hand, the more spiritual areas of Torah, the more divine mitzvot and commandments from God, sometimes seem to be a little aloof or distant. We look at them as archaic, or old-fashioned, or irrelevant to my life. And God is telling us it's not the way it should be. But rather, just like you comprehend the laws of Mishpatim, the laws of the civil laws between man to man, so too you should comprehend and feel one with the godly mitzvot, the more spiritual areas of Torah. And that's why specifically after Yisro, last week's parasha, we move into Mishpatim, into the civil law, and God tells us, just like you connect to these, so too you should be able to connect to the more spiritual areas of Torah. Make them part of your life. Recognize that this is your conduit and avenue of connecting to God, the source of all life. Shabbat Shalom.